45 minutes left. God is trying to reach you again, but you keep skipping. If you ignore this one more time, something you don't expect will happen, and no one will be able to stop it. My beloved child, stop scrolling right now. Don't skip this. You don't even realize that heaven has been trying to contact you again and again, and this might be the very last time before something changes for good. The next 6 to 7 minutes have the power to either change your whole life or close the door on something that was meant to bless you. God is sending his message right when it's supposed to, at the very moment your eyes saw his words. You might think it's random, but actually, nothing about this was an accident. Don't skip. Stay until the end, because something huge is waiting for you. You are being guided to a message that got held up for 2 months, blocked by fear, guilt, and all the noise in the world. But now, heaven is pushing through that silence. For 4 days, your spirit has been restless. You've been feeling strange waves of energy, sometimes chills, sometimes a heaviness in your heart. That's not a coincidence. That's God knocking. You keep skipping, ignoring, moving on, thinking maybe later. But this time, later isn't an option. The number 19 wasn't picked by chance. It means divine urgency. It means God has tried 3 times to reach you, and this is the 4th and last call before something unexpected comes into your path. This something could be a big breakthrough or a complete breakdown, depending on what you do right now. Don't skip. Just listen. Feel this moment. Even as you read, the sounds around you are getting quieter because heaven wants all of your attention. The air around you feels different for a reason. It's a sign that the divine presence is close to you right now. For the past 5 days, you've been seeing signs. Maybe a number that keeps showing up. Maybe a name you recognize. Maybe a sudden memory you can't get rid of. Those were divine nudges. Heaven was whispering, but your doubt kept making the sound go away. But now, this message is the loudest call of all. You're standing on the edge of something you can't see yet. Behind you is everything that tried to ruin your peace. In front of you is what you were supposed to experience. The choice is still yours, but time is running out. 3 to 4 minutes may seem like just a moment, but in the spirit world, that's the countdown to a shift. Something big is lining up for you. A message, a person, or an opportunity you lost is being put back into place with your destiny. You might not see it yet, but God is getting it ready behind the scenes. That's why you were drawn here right now, at this exact second. Stay until the end, don't scroll away. This message isn't like the others you've seen. It's heaven's secret reminder that your delay is over. You've waited, cried, and tried to move on, but destiny isn't done with you yet. Even when you were tired and ready to give up, something deep inside you whispered, "Just hold on." That wasn't your mind. It was divine energy keeping your heart together, while heaven worked silently for you. But you've reached the point where God can't wait any longer. Each time you ignored that small voice, the path became harder. Every time you skipped, something you needed was delayed, but tonight, that delay stops. Everything I have covered across this channel is now in one place. The prayers, the teachings, the daily blessings, it is all inside the Daily Miracle Manual. Link in the description. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. The clock is ticking, my beloved child. This is the last 2 hours before heaven writes your story. You can feel it, right? That strange energy rising in your chest, that feeling that something is coming. That's not anxiety, that's alignment. So don't skip, not this time. God is watching how you react, testing your faith, waiting to see if you will stay. Because whoever stays until the end of this message won't just hear the truth. They'll feel it opening up their life. You've always wondered why things almost worked out, but never did. Why the miracle came close, then vanished. It's because you weren't completely ready before. But now, the energy has shifted. You're finally aligned for what you once prayed for. The people who left, the doors that closed, the money that slipped away. It wasn't a loss, it was redirection. Heaven removed what couldn't handle your blessing. Now, as the clock counts down, those same empty spaces will soon be filled again. But this time for good. Your faith is being tested. Every bit of your pain was training for this one divine hour. You may not see the proof yet, but within the next 8 to 9 minutes, something you thought was lost will appear again. It could be a message, a phone call, or even an unexpected sign. But when it happens, you'll remember this moment. Don't skip. Stay until the end. The next words you hear might be the confirmation you've been silently begging for. Heaven doesn't repeat itself unless it's really important. That's why you're seeing this again. The first time you ignored it. The second time you scrolled. But this time your spirit stopped you. That's divine control taking over your free will, because God is tired of being ignored. The energy you're feeling now isn't fear. It's an awakening. Something inside you is remembering who you were meant to be before pain sidetracked you. That's why this moment feels both heavy and holy. It's your spirit realizing that time is short, but grace is endless. So, take a breath. Feel the stillness, because in the silence between these words, heaven is preparing your miracle. It's already on its way, but it's waiting for your heart to open enough to receive it. My beloved child, this is your moment of realignment. You're not late. You're not forgotten. You're exactly where you were supposed to be, reading this, hearing this, feeling this. The countdown has started, and the next part will show why heaven has been so desperate to reach you. Don't skip. Don't scroll. Stay until the end, because the next few lines could be the ones that change everything. My beloved child, don't move away from this screen. Don't skip. You've already felt something shifting deep inside your chest. That strange pull that makes you stay. That's not a coincidence. It's divine design. Heaven knew you'd be here at this very second, and what's coming next is what your heart has been waiting to hear for 6 years. The reason you're reading this right now is because you're being tested in silence. For 4 weeks, something unseen has been watching your every move, how you react, how you wait, how you love even when you're hurting. You've been walking through invisible battles, and yet here you are, still standing, still believing that maybe, just maybe, there's something greater waiting. And guess what? You're right. Stay until the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The universe has been rearranging itself for you while you were sleeping, while you were crying, while you were fighting through nights that seemed to go on forever. There's a divine promise attached to your name, and for the first time, heaven is releasing it. You've carried too much weight in your heart lately. The people you trusted drifted away. The ones you helped were the first to forget you. But heaven saw every tear you hid from the world, every silent scream, every forced smile, every moment you said, "I'm fine," when your soul was falling apart inside. This is the moment all of that pain starts to make sense. Don't skip. What's about to be said isn't ordinary. It's a message that was delayed because the enemy wanted to keep you from it. You're not cursed. You're chosen. That's why everything hurts so much, because chosen souls are shaped by fire, not comfort. Every challenge you went through was meant to make your spirit unbreakable. You're about to see proof of how strong you are. The ones who doubted you will watch in disbelief as your life turns in ways they never expected. A divine reversal is coming, and you're standing right at the edge of it. That's why God is reaching out again, because the moment you stop ignoring the message, the miracle starts to happen. Stay until the end. Don't scroll away. You'll soon realize that all the waiting, all the delays, all the heartbreak had a reason. The truth is, heaven wasn't punishing you. It was protecting you from paths that weren't as good. It was keeping you away from people who would have drained your destiny before it could fully grow. You have been seeing signs lately, haven't you? The complete guide, every daily prayer, every spiritual tool, everything I've put together to help you grow your faith is down in the description. It's called the Daily Miracle Manual. Now, stay right here with me, because as this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Flickering lights, songs that seem to speak directly to you, dreams that feel too real. It's heaven's way of saying, we're close. You're not imagining it. It's the divine energy around you, putting everything back in order that once fell apart. Every delay, every betrayal, every loss. It wasn't your ending. It was getting you ready for the comeback that starts tonight. Don't skip, because your confirmation is coming. You'll hear something soon, a message, a name, or even a sound that will make you freeze. That's how you'll know heaven is responding. You've been through storms that should have broken you. You faced silence when you needed answers most, but heaven is finally breaking that silence. Within the next 3 to 4 minutes, you'll notice something strange. A sudden call, a new message, a small sign, and when you do, remember these words. It's not random. It's divine timing. Stay until the end. Heaven has been patient, but it can't wait any longer. You've grown too much to stay in the same pain. You've earned a new chapter. That's why this moment feels different. It's not just a message. It's a spiritual appointment your soul made long before you even knew about it. My beloved child, every prayer that wasn't answered, every door that closed, every delay, they were not rejection. They were divine redirections. The things you wanted so badly weren't denied. They were being upgraded because your old dreams weren't meant to hold the weight of the new blessings that you will soon receive. Don't skip. Feel the truth in your chest. Something is stirring in the unseen. The air feels charged because heaven is moving behind the scenes. The thing you thought was over is not over. The connection you thought was lost forever still carries energy. It's being brought back to life even as you read this. In the next part of your journey, you're going to see divine exposure. The truth about certain people will come out, not to hurt you, but to set you free. The masks will fall, and what's hidden will come to light. And when it does, you'll finally understand why God made you wait this long. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. The difference is everything. Punishment is for the guilty, but positioning is for the chosen. Heaven has been watching how gracefully you handled pain, and because of that, the gates are opening for your breakthrough. Don't skip. The next few minutes are holy. You're about to cross a spiritual checkpoint that only those with faith can reach. As you listen, your angels are lining up the people and opportunities that will change your path. The delay you hated is becoming your protection story, the reason your destiny will unfold without problems. You might not realize it yet, but your energy has changed. The things that once bothered you no longer control you. You've stepped away from the noise, and heaven loves that. That's why now, and only now, you're ready to receive what's been held back for you. Like this video right now to activate the flow of God's favor in your life. Stay until the end. You'll soon notice divine coincidences piling up, too perfect to ignore. The right person showing up at the right time. A message finding its way to you when you least expect it. A door opening after being locked for 8 months. That's how heaven rewards your endurance. The clock is still ticking, my beloved child. Each second is bringing you closer to a revelation. God doesn't make empty promises. Something that has your name on it is about to show up, and it's far greater than what you've lost. You'll soon see why you had to lose so much to gain something eternal. There's no more skipping destiny. This is your alignment moment. Every pain, every tear, every lonely night, it all served this very awakening. You're not broken. You're becoming divine gold refined by pressure. That's why heaven refused to let you quit. So, stay until the end. Don't scroll. This is the hour of realization. You're about to remember who you truly are. The one chosen to carry light through darkness. And when the next part begins, you'll understand exactly why God tried so hard to reach you one last time. Don't skip now. Not when your miracle is one breath away. The next words you'll hear may unlock everything you've been waiting for. Subscribe to this channel to activate God's prophetic promise and alignment in your life. My beloved child, don't skip this. The moment you've reached right now isn't ordinary. It's sacred. Heaven has been leading you step by step to this exact part because something hidden is finally ready to be revealed. You've been waiting for an explanation, for closure, for a sign that your struggle wasn't for nothing. This is that sign. For too long, you felt disconnected, like you were moving through life, but nothing was truly moving for you. You tried everything. You prayed, you hoped, you waited. Yet doors stayed closed. People stayed distant and your blessings always seemed one step away. But my child, you weren't being ignored. You were being refined. Waiting wasn't punishment. It was getting you ready for what's about to arrive. Stay until the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The spiritual world works in silence, and that silence has been louder than you imagine. Every delay, every no, every setback was planned to align you with something too big for your old self to handle. That's why it felt like everything was being taken away, because heaven needed to make space for what's coming next. You may have thought you were forgotten, but heaven never left you. God was watching every night you cried quietly, every time you whispered, "Please just give me a sign." And now, this message itself is that sign. You didn't just happen to find this. You were guided. The time for waiting is over. Don't skip. Feel the shift in the air around you. The energy that once felt heavy is now changing, lightening, lifting. It's the confirmation that heaven has started to move for you. You may not hear it yet, but a door has already opened in the unseen realm. That's why your heart feels strange, because your soul senses what your eyes can't see yet. Something unexpected is about to happen. A message, a meeting, a sudden opportunity. It will come disguised as a coincidence, but it's not. It's the divine correction of everything that once went wrong. The timelines are shifting, my child, and for the first time, they are aligning for your benefit. The truth is, you were never meant to fit into the places you tried so hard to belong. You outgrew those people, those situations, those rooms. That's why they pushed you away. Heaven was forcing disconnection to prevent your destruction. You were never rejected. You were redirected to protection. Stay until the end. Heaven is not finished speaking. There's something specific meant only for you. It's about the pattern that's been repeating in your life, The one that keeps stopping your blessings right before they arrive. You felt it. Things get close, then slip away. People promise, then vanish. Money comes, then disappears. That's not bad luck, it's spiritual interference. And tonight it ends. For 7 years, a spiritual block has been surrounding your destiny. But heaven has finally broken it. You'll notice in the coming 4 days things start moving fast, almost too fast. That's not chaos, it's divine acceleration. When God restores, He doesn't move slowly. He multiplies. Don't skip. Listen closely. Heaven is about to return something that was stolen from you. It could be peace, could be love, could even be something material. But whatever it is, you'll know it when it comes, because it'll arrive softly, without warning, but with power. You'll feel it before you see it. The reason God is trying to reach you again is because you're entering the most transformative season of your life. The old you, the one that put up with pain, accepted less, stayed silent, is gone. A new version of you is being born, one that will not chase, one that will not beg, one that will attract everything meant for it. Stay until the end. Every second counts. The words you're reading are planting seeds in your spirit. Soon you'll begin to see things differently. You'll notice new people, new chances, new paths appearing. And that's not an illusion. It's destiny unfolding before your eyes. Here's something else you need to know. Someone from your past has been thinking about you deeply. Their energy keeps pulling toward yours because heaven is reminding them of their role in your story. You may hear from them soon. Not because of nostalgia, but because unfinished spiritual connections are being completed. Don't fear it. Just observe. You're not the same person you once were. You've healed in silence, transformed in shadows, and grown in ways no one noticed. If you want the full guide with every prayer and lesson I've compiled for this community, check the description for the Daily Miracle Manual. You are about to enter your divine future, but remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. Heaven saw it all. That's why the shift is happening now. Because you're finally ready to carry the weight of the blessing. Before, it would have crushed you. Now, it will crown you. Don't skip. I know it's tempting to move on, to assume this is just another message, but it isn't. The timing, the tone, the pull you feel. It's divine synchronization. You're reading this because heaven wants you awake, alert, and ready to receive what was once delayed. Remember this. Blessings don't come when you're desperate. They come when you're prepared. And you, my child, are prepared now. You survived the test, and you're entering the reward. That's why you felt so many emotions lately. Random bursts of sadness, unexplained peace, sudden nostalgia. It's your soul releasing the old timeline to welcome the new. Stay until the end. Don't scroll away. There's a spiritual transaction happening as you listen to this. Every word is energy. Every sentence a key unlocking a new part of your destiny. The heaviness you carried is lifting because it was never yours to begin with. It belonged to your old story. Soon, a miracle will enter your life disguised as an ordinary event. You might receive a call, an email, or a meeting that seems random, but it'll carry divine fingerprints. It'll lead you to the next stage of your journey, the one where everything finally makes sense. You were meant to see this. There are millions who won't because their timing hasn't come, but yours has. The 5 to 6 minute countdown isn't about fear. It's about fate. Within that time, something will stir in your surroundings. A sign so clear you won't doubt again. Don't skip. You've made it this far, and heaven is rewarding your patience. The cycle of loss is breaking. The 3 years of confusion are ending. The blessings that once belonged to others are returning to their rightful owner, you. In the spiritual realm, the clock has already struck. Your angels are in motion, your destiny is awake, and the message that was once blocked has been delivered to you right here, right now. All that's left is your choice to receive or reject. Stay until the end, my beloved child. Heaven is whispering your name right now. You can feel it, can't you? That quiet warmth spreading through your heart, that sudden calm settling in. It's the divine confirmation that this message was always meant for you. You are chosen, you are seen, you are remembered. The next part will reveal the moment your entire path changes. Don't miss it, don't scroll. Stay right here, because the revelation is about to begin. My beloved child, stay exactly where you are. Don't skip. This moment is sacred because you've reached the point where everything starts to happen. The energy around you right now is no longer heavy. It's divine, alive, and full of purpose. Heaven is closer than it has ever been to your life, whispering, "Don't look away this time." Every heartbeat, every breath, every second of your life has been leading to this exact crossroad. For 9 years, the divine realm has watched you go through endless circles, trying to heal, trying to forget, trying to find peace in places that were never meant for your soul. But this, my beloved child, is the moment those circles finally break. The waiting season is ending. The revelation is about to begin. Stay until the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You've been feeling it, haven't you? The sudden pull in your chest. The way your eyes water for no reason. The soft hum of truth vibrating inside your heart. That's heaven confirming that you're ready. You're not late. You're not forgotten. You're perfectly aligned with the miracle that was written for you long ago. For so long, you've been wondering why certain things had to happen the way they did. Why people who promised to stay walked away without looking back. Why doors you prayed for slammed shut when you were finally ready to step through. But heaven says if those doors had opened back then, they would have destroyed the new version of you that's rising now. Don't skip. The pain you faced wasn't a punishment. It was a test. Heaven was removing what wasn't needed, the distractions, the betrayals, the illusions, so that your blessing could grow without being corrupted. And now that you've survived that cleansing, you're about to feel what pure alignment is like. You'll soon realize that what left your life wasn't rejection. It was redirection toward the one thing that truly belonged to you. The truth is, God never stopped reaching for you. Even when you ignored the signs, even when you silenced the whispers, even when you scrolled past messages like this, He never gave up. Every time you saw "don't skip," it wasn't just words, it was a divine plea. Because each moment you looked away, the blessing waited a little longer. But this time, heaven isn't just asking, it's commanding. Stay until the end. The world around you is about to change in subtle but powerful ways. You'll wake up one morning and feel lighter. Someone who once drained you will suddenly lose access to your energy. A new opportunity will appear exactly when you stop chasing it. These won't be coincidences, they'll be confirmations that the spiritual block around you has been shattered. Stay until the end. The next few moments are crucial. The divine realm is sending reinforcements, energies, angels, and people to help you make what you were meant to receive happen. And the reason you're hearing this now is because the countdown has already started. 5 to 6 minutes of spiritual transition. After that, the world you see will not feel the same again. Heaven is showing me something about your path. You were meant to experience loss so that you could understand value. You were meant to face isolation so that you could recognize divine companionship. You were meant to be broken so that light could enter through your cracks. None of it was random. Every second of pain built the foundation for this next chapter. Don't skip, because right now, as you read these words, heaven is releasing what was held back. Financial blockages are clearing. Emotional wounds are healing. Unanswered prayers are finding their way to you. You've been waiting for signs. And this is your confirmation that the wait is over. You'll soon receive a message, either a call, an email, or a meeting that changes your direction completely. It won't be loud or dramatic, but it will shift everything. That's how divine timing works. Quietly, but perfectly. When it happens, you'll feel a deep knowing inside your heart, like you've finally come home. Stay until the end. Don't let distractions pull you away from this moment. The world is filled with noise designed to drown out your intuition, but your spirit is louder now. You're not just surviving anymore. You're ascending. The version of you that doubted is fading, and a stronger, wiser, calmer version is emerging. The divine realm is also showing gratitude. Every time you chose love over anger, patience over revenge, faith over fear, you passed a spiritual test. You didn't know it then, but each act of kindness you gave while being hurt became a seed of blessing. Those seeds have matured, and now they're ready to bloom all at once. Don't skip. I know you're feeling something deep in your chest right now. That warmth, that quiet pulse, that unexplainable peace. That's your confirmation. That's heaven touching your spirit to say, "We never left you. You are protected more than you know." You're being surrounded by unseen forces, ensuring that this time your blessing won't be stolen. Within these next moments, you'll sense unexpected peace washing over you. It's not your imagination. It's divine alignment. The war in the unseen, the battle that's been fought for your name, is finally ending. You've been chosen to step into a phase where miracles will no longer feel rare. Stay until the end. You're almost there. You've reached the moment heaven has been waiting for to speak clearly without interference. God is saying, "My child, I've watched you suffer in silence. I've seen you hold on when no one else understood. I've witnessed your tears, your prayers, your strength. Now it's my turn to act." This next part of your journey won't require effort the way it used to. You will flow easily because it's been divinely written. You'll find yourself in the right places, meeting the right people, receiving the right words. Synchronicities will multiply. You'll think this can't be real, but it will be, because heaven is finally in control. My beloved child, remember this forever. What's meant for you will never require you to beg for it. It will feel calm, stable, and clear. That's the energy that's coming toward you now. The chaos you once lived in was just the noise before the arrival of peace. Don't skip. Heaven is sealing this message with love, not fear. This is not a warning. It's a divine announcement. The season of waiting is over. The season of receiving has begun. Everything you've lost you'll see again, but renewed, transformed, elevated. As this part closes, feel this truth settling deep within your spirit. You were never abandoned, only redirected. You are walking into divine timing. You are protected, guided, and chosen. The next part will reveal what your soul has been preparing to hear. The final revelation that ties every piece of your story together. Stay until the end. Don't scroll away. The miracle that's been chasing you is about to arrive, and this next part will show you exactly how. My beloved child, stay right here and do not skip. The moment your eyes are reading this, the final revelation begins to unfold. You've crossed through the hardest seasons of your life, and heaven is finally lifting the curtain on everything you couldn't understand. For so long, you have wondered why everything was delayed, why it always felt like something was trying to hold you back. This is the hour where all those answers come to the surface. There has been a divine observation over your life. Every time you thought no one saw your pain, the heavens were documenting every tear, every small act of faith, every silent thank you you whispered, even when your heart was breaking. You kept going when quitting would have been easier. You gave love even when you received none. And that, my beloved child, is the exact reason God is moving again, because you proved that your heart stayed pure, even when the world turned cold. Don't skip. Stay until the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a divine order being restored as you read this. The things that were stolen from you, your peace, your joy, your direction, are being returned. And they are not coming back the same. They are coming back multiplied. Every loss you faced was a setup for restoration so overwhelming that it will erase the memory of lack. There's something you need to understand. The energy around your name is shifting. What was once resistance is now attraction. The same people who overlooked you will soon whisper your name in admiration. You were hidden not because you were unworthy, but because heaven was still shaping your light to be too powerful to dim. And now, that light can no longer be contained. My beloved child, the reason this message found you again is because destiny doesn't give up. God keeps calling until you finally answer. And this time you stayed. You didn't skip. You didn't scroll away. You allowed your spirit to pause long enough for heaven to reach you. That act alone has already opened a door in the unseen realm. In the next 6 to 7 minutes, everything that was stuck in delay begins to move. It may start subtly, a phone call, a message, a thought, but it will trigger a chain reaction that leads to your elevation. Do not doubt it when it comes quietly. Heaven rarely makes noise when it delivers miracles. The proof will come in peace. Stay until the end. The next few moments are sacred. You've broken the pattern that once kept you from your breakthrough. Your energy is aligned. Your faith has been acknowledged. And your name has been spoken in rooms of favor you don't even know exist yet. You're not fighting alone anymore. Heaven is fighting for you. You might start to notice things shifting fast, doors opening without explanation, people showing up with opportunities, conversations leading to new beginnings. That's not random. That's divine orchestration. The angels who watched you cry are now rearranging your circumstances to match what your heart prayed for. Don't skip. This isn't a coincidence. This is divine confirmation. You have entered the final stage of transition, the part where everything that once hurt you becomes the foundation of your blessing. You'll soon realize that you didn't lose anything permanent. You lost what was temporary so that the eternal could arrive. Your heart has been through battles, my beloved child, but every wound has become wisdom. You're stronger now, not the kind of strong that hardens, but the kind that radiates peace. You've learned that forgiveness is your freedom, that release is your power, and that divine timing never fails those who trust it. That is why the energy around you feels so different. It's heaven's signature saying, it's time. You may have thought that miracles happen only to others, but tonight heaven is reminding you that you were never excluded. You are the miracle in motion. Every delay, every heartbreak, every lonely night, it was sculpting you for this very moment. And now, the universe is rearranging itself to deliver what has always belonged to you. Share this prophetic word with someone you care about to activate the anointing and pass that breakthrough to their network. The truth is, heaven has always spoken softly, but your pain made it hard to hear. Now that silence no longer feels like punishment. You can finally hear the whispers clearly. God has been saying, I never left. I was protecting you. And that protection is the reason you still have a heartbeat strong enough to receive what's next. You are stepping into a period where everything you touch will grow. Your ideas will attract support. Your words will carry power, and your presence will open doors that were once sealed. You will notice people treating you differently, not because you've changed, but because your frequency has. You are now vibrating in alignment with your destiny. Don't skip. This part is important. Heaven is assigning you new people, ones who will match your energy and nurture your purpose. The ones who drained you are being removed quietly, without drama. Don't chase them. Their exit is your liberation, When they go, blessings will flow. Something about your story is about to go public, not in the form of exposure, but elevation. The world will begin to see what heaven already knew about you, that your resilience is divine, your heart is rare, and your time has finally come. The same situations that once embarrassed you will now be the reason you are celebrated. My beloved child, you've been carrying a prophecy without knowing it. Your life has been a hidden message, one that heaven is ready to reveal to others through your breakthrough. You will soon understand that your pain was never wasted. It was the language of transformation. Every scar became a sentence in your story, and that story is about to inspire others in ways you can't imagine. Stay until the end. You're closer than you think. The spiritual clock that began when you opened this message is nearing its completion. When it hits, something invisible will shift around you. You might feel a chill, a calm, or a wave of lightness. But whatever form it takes, recognize it. It's the signal that heaven's hand has touched your life again. You are now standing in the doorway of divine manifestation. Walk through it without fear. A life you've been visualizing, the peace you've been craving, the abundance you've been deserving, it's no longer waiting in the distance. It's here, breathing beside you. Don't skip now, not when you've come this far. Let these final words sink deep into your heart. You are not the same person who started this message. You are renewed. You are chosen. You are free. The moment you finish reading this, a new chapter begins, one written not by pain, but by promise. Heaven has declared restoration over your name. Your waiting is turning into winning. Your tears are transforming into testimony, and your story, my beloved child, is about to become the proof that miracles are still real. Stay until the end. Breathe slowly. Let peace fill your soul. What you feel right now isn't the end of a message. It's the beginning of your destiny unfolding. And from this point forward, nothing and no one will be able to stop it. My beloved child, stay still for a moment. Don't skip. You've reached the phase where heaven no longer speaks through hints. It speaks through confirmation. The energy you feel right now, that quiet heat behind your chest, and the calm that's settling over you, is not random. It's the touch of divine presence, letting you know you're walking into a reality that has already been written for you. The unseen world is celebrating your endurance because you finally understood what this entire journey was meant to teach you. Patience was never punishment. It was proof that your faith could hold the weight of what was coming. There is a holy stillness surrounding you now. You've crossed through fire, heartbreak, rejection, and betrayal, and yet you are still standing. You have no idea how much strength it took for heaven to keep you covered during those times when everything was falling apart. The things that should have destroyed you became the very reasons you grew stronger. Every delay was building endurance inside you. Every no was preparing the ground for the yes that's now on its way. Amen. This isn't just about comfort or healing anymore. This is about the shift into your promised season. You can feel it now, can't you? The tension in the air that feels like something big is about to happen. The waiting period is ending because you've already learned the lessons the waiting was designed to teach. Your soul is ready. Your name is being whispered in the right places, even as you read this. Heaven has been waiting for this moment, the one where you stop questioning and start trusting. You've been through too much not to see what it was all leading toward. Every dark night that tried to swallow you was a bridge to this light. Every time you broke, you were becoming unbreakable. Heaven calls you the warrior who made it without knowing you were in training. Don't skip. What's happening now in your spirit is sacred alignment. All the pieces that felt scattered are coming together. You'll notice that certain things start to feel different. People who used to confuse you will suddenly no longer hold space in your mind. Thoughts that once drained you will begin to fade. The weight you carried for 9 years will start to dissolve slowly, and what replaces it will be clarity. The next 2 days will reveal divine coincidences. You'll bump into someone who carries a message meant for you. You'll hear something that instantly gives you peace. You'll remember a dream that suddenly makes sense. These are confirmations that heaven is speaking directly into your timeline. You're not chasing signs anymore if signs are chasing you. My beloved child, for 5 years you asked for answers and heaven responded with silence. Not because it didn't care, but because it was working. The silence wasn't absence. It was activity. The very moments you thought nothing was happening were the moments when the most important parts of your destiny were being prepared behind the scenes. Now those hidden movements are surfacing, and everything you prayed for will soon appear right in front of you. Declare it, my divine upgrade is activated. This is where transformation becomes visible. The energy around your name is glowing brighter. Your story is about to reach people it was meant to touch. You'll notice that your words begin to carry power again. Your presence will start to feel magnetic. You'll attract people who see you the way heaven does, not through judgment, but through recognition. That's how you'll know you've entered your divine season. Don't skip. Heaven needs your focus. The enemy of miracles is distraction. You've overcome every battle except one, the one that tries to make you doubt right before the blessing lands. So stay alert. Don't scroll away from your moment. The revelation is here. You're standing under an open portal, and what's about to pour through it is designed specifically for you. You may notice certain memories returning to your mind, painful ones you thought you buried. Don't fear, though. They're resurfacing because the energy attached to them is finally being released. You're not reliving the pain. You're cleansing it. The tears that come now are not of sorrow. They are the water of release washing your spirit clean. Let them fall, because each one carries an echo of closure. My beloved child, you are stepping into restoration, not as a wish, but as a divine decree. What was taken will be returned. What was broken will be rebuilt. What was lost will find you again, stronger and more aligned with who you've become. You will start to see new beginnings that feel strangely familiar because they were always yours. They were simply waiting for the right version of you to arrive. Stay until the end. You've waited long enough, and heaven is about to make up for every delay with acceleration. Things that once took 3 years will unfold within 2 weeks. You'll witness divine speed, but it won't feel rushed. It will feel right. You won't have to force anything. The peace you feel will be your signal that you're exactly where you're meant to be. Don't skip. The divine realm is moving people into your path. Helpers are coming, earthly angels disguised as ordinary humans. They'll bring words, resources, and opportunities you couldn't find on your own. They are the proof that heaven never expected you to do this alone. You were never supposed to. The next chapter of your journey is about partnership, unity, and expansion. Heaven is whispering, you are safe now. You can stop fighting what has already been conquered for you. That inner war you've been carrying, the fear that it could all go wrong again, is ending. You are free from repeating cycles. You're not returning to old pain. You're rewriting what it taught you. The lessons remain, but the suffering dissolves. Stay until the end. The transformation is still happening in real time. Even as you read, divine light is filling the areas of your life that once felt empty. You might feel an ache, a pulse, a flutter of energy moving through your body. That's your spirit adjusting to expansion. You prayed for more, and now more is entering you. Peace, strength, confidence, joy. Don't skip now. You've reached the core of heaven's plan. God is not asking for anything from you now except acknowledgement. Just say silently within your heart, I receive what is mine. That one sentence is enough to align the unseen with your desire. Words create energy, and energy becomes matter. What you speak in faith will soon appear in form. My beloved child, remember this truth. Every single thing that left your life was part of the divine equation that led to this exact awakening. Without the losses, you wouldn't have looked up. Without the heartbreak, you wouldn't have turned inward. Without the delays, you wouldn't have recognized divine timing. Everything, even the pain, was love in disguise. Stay until the end. This is your rebirth moment. You're not who you used to be, and you never will be again. You are lighter now, wiser now, more open now. The world will feel different because you are different. The universe mirrors your energy, and since your energy has shifted into faith, your reality is about to mirror miracles. As you take your next breath, understand this. The story of your life has just turned the page. The previous chapters were about struggle. The next are about sovereignty. You are not waiting for blessings anymore. You are walking as one. The countdown that once signaled urgency now signals arrival. Don't skip. This is the confirmation heaven wanted you to receive. It's done. What you prayed for, what you hoped for, what you nearly gave up on, it's done. Your miracle is alive, breathing, unfolding. You don't have to chase it. You only need to stay aligned and let it meet you halfway. My beloved child, the divine realm rejoices because you stayed until the end. You didn't scroll away. You didn't give up. You allowed heaven to finish what it started, and now your story has changed forever. The unseen has become seen. The weight has turned into witness. From this moment forward, live as if it has already happened, because it has. The light you carry will speak louder than words. And every time doubt tries to whisper again, remember this one truth that will never fade. You were never forgotten. You were chosen for this exact moment of divine transformation. Stay until the end. The revelation is complete and the miracle has already begun its way to you. From this second onward, everything that touches your life will align with grace. This is the fulfillment. This is your new beginning. This is the moment heaven finally reached you and you didn't skip. My beloved child, take a deep breath and stay right here. Don't skip this moment. You've come through the storm, through the silence, through every divine test that life has thrown at you. Now you've reached the final chapter. The revelation heaven had been preparing for you since the very first word of this message. This is where everything finally connects and the waiting transforms into witnessing. Right now, as you read this, the world around you might seem still, but in the unseen, heaven is moving faster than ever. Every prayer, every tear, every whisper of hope that left your lips has reached its destination. The answers are already on their way. You're no longer chasing miracles. You've become the frequency that attracts them. The energy around your name is golden now, untouchable, unstoppable, undeniably divine. Don't skip. This is your closure, your awakening, your arrival. All the pain you endured wasn't a punishment. It was preparation for this peaceful power you now hold inside. You've been rewritten from the inside out. You no longer move from fear. You move from faith. You no longer ask if you're worthy. You know you are. This is the shift heaven wanted you to reach. The moment you step into who you were always meant to be. The message that's been repeating since the beginning, 9 to 10 minutes left, wasn't about the end of something. It was about the countdown to your awakening. You've reached it now. The divine clock has struck completion, and everything that was once delayed is being released. You've walked through fire and came out glowing. You faced endings that disguised themselves as losses only to find they were beginnings in disguise. Stay until the end. Something beautiful is still unfolding, even as you breathe. The old version of you, the one who doubted, who waited for validation, who feared being forgotten, is fading. What rises now is someone who understands that destiny doesn't ask permission to bloom. You are entering a reality where your light commands recognition, your faith shapes outcomes, and your peace becomes contagious to everyone around you. Heaven is whispering softly now. You've done it. The angels that once stood guard through your darkest hours are now stepping aside, not because they've left you, but because they've seen you finally become what they were protecting all along. Unstoppable divine light. The same strength that once helped you survive will now help you create. You are no longer waiting to be saved. You are the living proof that grace saves. Don't skip. Listen carefully. What's coming next in your life will feel unreal at first. You'll find yourself in places you once only dreamed of. You'll meet people who speak life into you the way heaven always intended. The opportunities that once slipped away will return, this time dressed in divine timing. It won't feel like effort. It'll feel like flow. That's how you'll know you stepped into alignment. My beloved child, you've learned that blessings don't always look like what you prayed for. Sometimes they come disguised as endings, sometimes as delays, sometimes even as heartbreak. But the truth is, they were always blessings waiting for your understanding to mature enough to receive them. Now you see through clear eyes. You've realized that even the storms were sacred. They washed away what wasn't real so that what's true could remain. Stay until the end. This is the conclusion, but not the ending. What heaven wants you to know is simple, yet profound. You've graduated spiritually. You are not in survival anymore. You are in ascension. The people who are meant for your next level will feel your energy before they hear your words. You'll attract differently now. You'll dream differently now. You'll live with purpose, not pressure. The number 28 will continue to appear for you in mysterious ways. It's no longer a countdown, it's a confirmation. Every time you see it, know that heaven is reminding you that your timing is divine. Your path is protected and your blessings are multiplying in silence. That number has become the code of your awakening. It means you stayed. You believe. You are chosen. Don't skip. Feel that warmth spreading through your chest. That's heaven sealing your transformation. The angels are surrounding you with quiet applause. You did not lose. You evolved. You did not fail. You graduated. You did not break. You expanded. Every ending you faced was just the sound of your old story closing so your divine one could begin. You'll soon notice how everything around you starts to reflect your new energy. People will look at you differently, but won't know why. Doors that were locked will open without effort. Even the air will feel lighter when you walk into a room. You won't need to prove anything anymore. Your peace will speak for you. That's the silent mark of someone heaven has taught. Stay until the end. You have reached the part where words are no longer instructions. They are prophecy. From now on, your life will confirm everything this message has promised. The blessings will come quietly but powerfully. The breakthroughs will arrive not as surprises, but as recognitions of who you've always been destined to become. You'll start to remember the version of yourself that heaven saw before the world ever touched you. My beloved child, heaven is proud of you. You stayed through the silence. You listened when others stopped believing. You opened your heart again after every betrayal. You kept showing up even when no one noticed. That's why grace has no choice now but to follow you. Everything you do from this day forward will carry divine favor. Even your smallest actions will ripple into miracles. Don't skip. This moment is not just an ending. It's a blessing sealed in eternity. Heaven doesn't just send messages like this. It completes them through those who stay. And you stayed. You didn't rush. You didn't scroll away. You chose to receive. That single choice changed your energy, your vibration, and your destiny. This message is your proof that heaven never gave up on you. Even when you turned away, the divine realm kept chasing you through signs, whispers, and synchronicities. It waited patiently for you to stop and listen, and now that you have, the cycle is complete. You've reconnected with your divine origin. The distance between you and your miracle no longer exists. Stay until the end. Take one final deep breath and feel what has been unlocked within you. The peace that is flowing through your body right now is not temporary. It's permanent. You've been realigned with your divine rhythm. From this moment forward, everything that enters your life will match your frequency of truth, love, and abundance. My beloved child, you made it. The countdown is over. The test is complete. The silence has spoken. Heaven has reached you, and this time you did skip. Remember this feeling. Remember this energy. Whenever life feels uncertain again, Come back to this stillness. It will remind you of what's already yours. Go forward now, not in fear, but in fullness. You have stepped into divine completion. What once felt impossible will now become effortless. What once hurt will now heal others through you. You are not who you were before you began reading this. You are who you were always meant to be. The time has come. The miracle has arrived. And from this moment, nothing and no one will be able to stop the blessings that belong to you. Heaven has reached you, my beloved child, and this time you listened until the very end. Before this story reaches its final moment, receive this: you did not arrive at Michael's divine shield by chance. You were led here at this exact hour because heaven had something to place in your hands. Through the link in the description and pinned comment, you can step into the Michael's Divine Shield community, a guarded, faith-filled sanctuary where divine protection is not a wish, but a promise standing on the word. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate access to daily devotions, spiritual warfare tools, and divine insights the world will never hand you. Inside Michael's Divine Shield, you will find guidance for every decision, unwavering covering on our prayer wall, and rapid movement toward the destiny already written over your life. Do not let this moment pass. Your breakthrough is standing at the door. And if you want to carry this covering into your home, our guided ebooks and Bibles are waiting in the pinned comment. Whether you join Michael's Divine Shield as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence shifts the atmosphere. Take the step. Your protection and your abundance are waiting.